guys, and welcome back to Tangy Tea of Life. I'm your host, Veronica. My co-host, Brittany, is back tonight, so glad to have her back. And we have a special guest in the building tonight, Noah Johnson. Hey, Noah.
Hey, hello, how you doing?
Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life, where we spill all the tea. Now, guys, we are so happy to have Noah on the show tonight because this is a special week. We didn't want you guys thinking it was all about the ladies, so we had to bring a male on board so that you can get the male part, the male side of the tea as well. And we're going to have a special guest later this week. Another male is going to come through. I'm so excited about that guest as well. But we're so happy to have Noah join the table tonight so that we can spill some tea. Now, tonight we're going to be talking about men and women. What do we prefer? Why do men think different than women? Why do women think different than men? Blah, 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 blah. So we're going to get right into it. The first question is about what do men prefer? Do they prefer natural or do they prefer relaxed hair? Ladies, do you prefer dreads, bald heads, low haircuts? Like, what is your preference when it comes to the different sex? We'll start. Well, me personally, I start off.
What do you prefer?
I prefer low haircuts.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I like for it to be, very sexy, like very clean cut looking.
So you're not with the messy look?
Not really. Not really. I like a nice little clean cut.
Clean, sharp edges.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
I can't
edge up.
do the dreads.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. If we're doing the dreads, they gotta be right.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
can't be all over the place.
Look nice with their dreads.
Yeah. But I can imagine it's time consuming, so I get it. But if we're gonna have them, they gotta be neat.
Yeah. Yeah.
They gotta be.
And yeah. I mean, I like dreads though. But me personally, definitely like a low haircut. What about you, Noah? What do you prefer in a woman?
Well, if I had to choose, I would say natural.
Natural hair.
I love natural women. I've dated women, natural, relaxed, weave. But the main thing is I go by what's in their heart and not how they look.
Right.
Good answer.
Okay, that's what I say too. It doesn't. You want somebody that's gonna be, sharp on the outside, but you definitely want someone that's gonna. They gotta have that heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, what good is the outside if they're not a good person?
Right. So you definitely got to have that. Okay, now that we got the hair out of the way, let's get into the real deep stuff. This is the tea right here. When it comes to loyalty, that word itself is like, bam, loyalty. So why is it so hard? Well, before we get to that question, loyalty, can a man be faithful? Can a man really have just one woman? And I guess that question will go to the ladies as well, because you have a lot of trifling ladies out there as well as men.
True.
But we'll start with you, Noah, since you the guest and the first male on Tangy
So
Tea.
you're just gonna throw me on the bus
You're in
early,
the
huh?
hot
Okay.
So can a man be faithful?
Well, fellas, I know you're gonna get upset with me, but no, we cannot.
Oh my God!
We cannot be faithful.
Just straight to the.
And your last answer was so perfect.
Before I get to that, I will say this. The men in our generation can't be faithful because me and Veronica grew up together. And the two men that we look up to is our fathers. Mm-hmm. They've been married to our mothers for 50 plus years.
Yes.
And those are two of the most loyal men that I've known on this earth. So when it comes to this generation, the younger generation, no, we can't be faithful. And I'm a firm believer in the man upstairs. And of course, I fall short, I sin. But of course, in the Bible, it says, things like lusting over women, we're not supposed to do that.
Right.
Fornicating,
Right.
having kids out of wedlock. I've done all of that. but I'm not a perfect man. So if we're lusting, having kids out of wedlock, fornicating, we're not being loyal to God. And if we're not being loyal to God, then the women don't stand a chance.
When you put it like that.
Ouch, that was deep.
When you put it like that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But,
Man.
I lost my words. But, I mean, I get, okay, looking at it in that point, okay, I get it. But when you talking about real life, day-to-day life, like, why can't a man be faithful?
And not, even if, being faithful is just too hard, up front.
Well,
Be up front.
It's not hard. It's a choice we make. We know that the women want us to be faithful, but we choose not to be. We see another woman, and of course we might see something about them that we don't see about y'all.
Right.
That's something that's just in our genes, something that's just gonna turn us on.
Yeah.
But I will say, you women, you can be sneaky as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Perfect example, we can be walking in the mall together. We can see a woman that attracts us. The first thing you're gonna do is look at us to make sure that we're not looking at that woman. But you sneaky ladies, what you would do if you see a man that turns you on, you're gonna come to us. Hey, you see what he wearing? Oh, he's wearing this, he's wearing that. Oh,
So you would never
that's
think
what
twice.
y'all would never think twice about. He kind of dressed like you. He kind of looks like so-and-so. You do it every time. And we fall for it every time, fellas, because we suckers. That's what happens. Hey.
Y'all never see it coming.
Hey, so when it comes to, we never see it coming. But, hey, they are much smarter than us.
Oh, man.
No matter how you try to look at it, they're much smarter than us.
That is true.
Because y'all get caught every time.
Every time.
Every
Every
time.
time.
But the thing is, when it comes to cheating, like it is on both sides. Like a woman does it as well as the man, but it's like when you get caught up, and I think and it goes back to what you say, that the other woman do things that your woman isn't doing, or you see something in that other woman that your woman isn't doing, and that's the same for a woman. Like a woman may see something in another man that she's not getting at home. And that just turns her on, turn that person on.
That's right.
But
Why not express that, though? Because
gotta
realistically,
talk
you're never
about
going to
it.
find a person on earth that fulfills every single thing that it is that you think you want, whether it be materialistically, what you're attracted to, personality-wise. Like, you can say it all day. Oh, that's my soulmate.
Right.
They fulfill all my needs. You're lying. You're never going to be. That's because you're saying that you've met the perfect person.
Yeah.
That might be the perfect person for you, but
Yeah.
they're not perfect.
right. Oh yeah, everybody have their little flaws.
Oh yeah.
But
And and I know you ladies gonna get upset with me, but for all you ladies talking about you waiting on God to send you
yeah.
a certain type of man, stop lying to yourself and stop lying on God. Because there's so many men out here that God has sent your way, but he probably was overweight, he probably wasn't tall, he probably was short, he probably didn't dress nice, he probably looked a way that you didn't approve of.
Right.
But God approved of it, but you didn't approve of it. So you're saying that man's not for you. And your friends don't approve of it. So don't lie on God.
That is true, because we do make mistakes of going by looks a lot, or how someone dresses. Oh, he dressed so nice. Oh, he smells so good. But you know what? Those be the ones that hurt you the most.
That's
of the
when those
time.
preferences come in.
That's
Yeah,
right.
like you have to be careful. Like, okay, if he don't have that Zeke or whatever you call it, and he don't have that, don't smooth talk you out your drawers. But that could be the one.
That could
the
be the
ones
one.
that we be like, oh no, that ain't my type. That could be the one that God is sending your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to give that person a chance and not look at the outside.
But
all
that's a
the
struggle.
time. That
Because
is a
see,
struggle.
when somebody is set in their ways of what they prefer, if I say I'm team dark skin, I don't like them light, blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
that means when one comes my way, regardless of how great
Could
he
be
is,
the
I'm
best
never
man.
gonna see his greatness.
That's
Because I'm telling myself and I'm telling the world I'm team dark skin.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so I mean that's a big one to overcome.
That's right.
So we be missing our blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
wow, that's pretty deep.
And God be like, you asked me to send him.
Yeah. You prayed for this
You
man,
asked me to
but you
send him.
turn him away. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, so what does it take for someone to be faithful? Like, how can you keep someone at home? I mean, if that makes sense. Like,
I don't
from
think you
creeping
can.
out. I mean, I know a lot of people that try to, like, keep up with every move their significant other make, you know, calling the cell phone all the time, where you at, what you doing, what time you gonna be home, you know, but it doesn't matter how hard you try to figure out where that person
Right.
is at, or you think
If
they're
they wanna
home
do
all the
something,
time.
they're
If they
gonna
want to
do
do
it.
something, it's going to happen. So it's really, I guess my question is, it can't happen.
It can.
Well,
I feel like a woman can be faithful before a man. Let's open up that can. I feel like a woman will be more faithful before a man.
I agree with that.
well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Just like I said before, you women are much more sneaky than we are.
We are sneaky,
Very sneaky.
but I just feel like we're more loyal.
Well,
If that makes sense.
Well, yeah. I'll give you that. Yes, you are. You
Because
are more loyal.
I feel like we're put up with a lot more
Than they ever would.
than a man. Because if a woman cheat on a man, you all can't take it. But a
True.
woman can take it.
True.
I mean,
And
we'll
they're
be
expected
mad.
to take it. A guy will look at a woman and think that I'm sorry. It's just supposed to be
Yeah.
enough. You're supposed to forgive. You're expected to forgive.
And that's why we do it. That's why we do it. We know that you've been with us so long and you've been on our side so long, and we've messed up so many times. We get that little ego thing in our head. Oh, she's not going nowhere, so I can do what I want to do. But when that reality kicks in, and you actually leave us alone, that's what. Oh man.
What happens then?
Oh man, we go crazy. we can't take it. We can't take it. We realize we messed up, and we try to get you back, and we do everything to try to get you back, and
But usually by that time.
usually by that time you're gone. When you're gone, you're gone. And that's just facts.
And then you always this go both ways. Like, you miss a person when they're gone.
Exactly.
Like, you didn't
You
appreciate them while they
appreciate
was
what you
there.
had when it's gone.
Yeah. And when a man loses a real good woman and try to get her back, I'm just gonna be honest. He may move on with his life, but he's gonna always think about it. And that's just real talk.
Yeah. Well,
That's a tough one.
yeah, that is tough.
Yeah. and
I
you-
just say be loyal.
Or at least try to
loyal.
be.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel you can never expect somebody to be perfect. But here's the thing, you know, if you ever do something to hurt somebody, don't dare do it again.
I just feel
You know
like
what I'm saying? Or just, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like sometimes men just have no remorse for what they do. I mean, they say they're sorry, but like, are you really sorry? Like, do you really and truly? Because honestly, sometimes I don't think they truly understand how something feels until it's done to them. So like, do you really get it?
my thing is, you gotta when you start with a lie, you gotta continue with a lie.
That's
And
work.
over and over and
That's
over
work
again.
that
You gotta
nobody's
stick
paying
with
you
that
for.
lie when you can just come out and tell the truth from the beginning.
That's true. That's true.
I got to tell you now, y'all, the multitasking at its finest. At its finest.
Yeah.
Well, when you say multitask,
How y'all keep up with it all?
Oh, okay.
How do you keep
Okay.
up?
Okay.
Because I mean, I'm a woman, so I know women. We're needy.
Okay.
You know, we're needy.
I feel
We
you.
want your attention. We want,
Yeah.
we want it all. So like, how do y'all keep up with it all when you have 2, 3, and 4?
Because it's like I said before, when we feel like you're on our side, you're not going nowhere. So we can just do half for y'all and do more for
And
the
we
mistress.
stick around with the half.
And you would stick around until enough is enough. So, you know. Just keep it
Damn.
real.
I mean, darn. Oh, we some suckers, ladies. We're so suckers.
Man.
No, I won't say suckers, but it's just some guys out there that are real smooth.
And our hearts are like,
Huge.
and then some of us act like we just have to have someone there. Like we are so afraid to be alone. You know, like once we get with that person who we love, and you know you have your
You're
fights and
comfortable.
you get comfortable. And then when that separation comes, it's like no.
And
I
I'll be
can't.
real now. For me, I've probably held on to a few situations in my life longer than I needed to, but there almost was a lazy factor that came in. Like, I don't feel like getting to know nobody. Like, God.
Right.
Like, it's dating is fun and getting to know somebody's fun, but like, you get to a point where you thinking about it and it's like, that's work.
But these days, it's hard to date. I wouldn't want to be in that position to have to find someone. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some crazy people out there.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. And then you think it's all good when you first get with them. Then 6 months down the road, it's like, who is this person?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's scary to date these days. I don't know.
But when a man, when he wants something, he's gonna do everything he can to get it. I mean, don't matter what he has to say, what he has to do. When he has one thing on his mind, he gonna do what he gotta do. A man will call you beautiful all day long. But after he gets what he wants, how many times are you beautiful after that?
Hello, somebody.
I mean, I'm a man, so I know. I'm not throwing us under the bus, but
Telling all the
hey,
secrets.
it is what it is.
Yeah, they play us to get what they want, and then after they get it, it's like, psh. Unless it's love. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's really true love there. But even then, it's like, is it really true love?
How do you know?
It's tough out here in these streets.
In
It
these
is.
streets.
Okay, so the next question will be, why is it so hard for a man to forgive than it is for a woman? Like a woman, I feel like, because I can speak because I'm a woman, I feel like we can forgive faster than a man when it comes to, I don't care if it comes to cheating, whether it comes to an argument, where, you know, whatever the case may be. I just feel like we're more quick to forgive than a man. And Lord knows when it comes to cheating, I mean, you could say goodbye.
I don't even think a man can forgive for cheating. I really don't.
That's true.
Even when they do, I don't think they really have. They
That's
might
true
stick
statement.
around.
That's a
but
true statement.
they're gone.
That's very true.
But I don't understand that because,
We do it. We forgive.
yeah, we forgive. I mean, it's the same thing as a man sticking.
Well, it's,
You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's still
Giving
both
and
nasty.
receiving. It's the same.
Yeah, like,
well, it's more of you ladies, you women are emotional creatures. You know, so you're quick to forgive, and like I said before, we feel like you're on our side. We can do anything we want to, so you're going to forgive us. But when it comes to a man, it's an ego thing. We can do it. We can go sleep with whatever woman we want to sleep with. But the first thing that's going to come to our mind, like I said, it's an ego thing. First thing going to come to our mind, if our women or our girlfriend, wife, or whoever sleeps with another man, the first thing we're going to want to know, was he better than us? That's the very first thing.
but y'all not gonna ask us that.
We're not gonna.
It's gonna be running through y'all
It's
mind.
going to be running through our mind, and all in our mind, all we're going to see is, what was that man doing to her? Was he doing what I was doing to this other woman?
Was he
when
putting it down?
Oh, boy. Basically, hey, she summed it up in a nutshell. Was he putting
So
it
now
down
you
better
in
than
your
us?
feelings.
Uh-huh.
Now you in your feelings.
And now we're in our feelings. That's right. We're in our feelings.
Well, we should feel the same way. Like,
Same way.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was she doing so to get him over there to make him get that? You know, what did she say to him?
That,
But people always think it's green on the other
all the
side.
time.
true,
You're just
true.
getting a little tail at the moment.
At the
True.
moment.
At
And you know,
the
that's
moment.
one of the
Yeah.
things too, though. Because see, with us being such emotional creatures, I truly believe that for men, it can just be sex for them.
Yeah.
They could tell you I love you. They can say whatever it is because they
Yeah.
got an end game. The end game is to get to the bed. But it can be just sex for them. But I don't think a woman is capable
Right.
of just having sex.
Well, some
think
women
that.
are.
I
Some
think
women.
even when they say it, they not. I feel like even when they say it, they not. I've known women who knew what their role and what their place was, but yet somehow or another, they still manage to hop in their feelings about something. If they know they're the side woman and they're out and about and they see this man with their wife,
Well-
why are you in your feelings if you're okay?
Well, first of all, she shouldn't be in her feelings if she knows she's a so-called side chick.
Right.
For the simple fact, she's no good from the start.
Right.
Any man or any woman that deals with a man or a woman that knows they have somebody, they're just as worse as the man that's cheating,
Right.
the woman that's cheating. So I mean,
But
you
the
know.
thing is, it goes back to that person telling their side chick, "Oh, I'm getting ready to leave her. Oh, we not on good terms. You know, things ain't good at the house. We're not doing this. We're not doing that." To get that person to get closer to them, to make them feel good, to make them feel wanted.
Yeah.
So when all of this is going through a woman's mind, it's like, okay, well, this is about to happen. Like,
This
he
is
is
leading
about
somewhere.
to, he's about to leave her. He loved me. He cared about me that much that he is about to come and make me that main chick. You see what I'm saying?
Well-
So it's a game. It's a mind thing.
yeah, it's a mind thing. But you ladies, you're not stupid. You are far from stupid. You're very smart. And even though when he says things like that, you know he's lying. You know he's lying. But it came to a point to where you got attached to him because he showed you some type of attention or did something that no other man has done to or for you before. So, and you kind of think about that and get attached to that, and he start lying. You just go with the flow. You know, so
Because you catch somebody at their weakest moment, you got them.
exactly.
Like
That's
if
right.
you see a female and she just broke up with somebody or things ain't going good at home, and then you come along and start whispering those sweet nothings, you gotta.
And I'm glad you
Come
brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because where you women make a mistake at is if you're going through something at home or if you had a bad breakup and every man you've dealt with has done you wrong, why would you tell the next man? Because he only knows what not to do to
Right.
get you.
You know that weak spot.
Exactly. And once he gets you and sees that you're on his side, he can start doing the things that he can repeat the process. He can start doing the things that the other bad guys has done to you. And he knows
every
you're going to put up
woman
with
does
it.
that.
Every woman. Oh,
They get close to somebody. They
oh,
tell their
Johnny
whole
did
life
this to me.
story.
He wasn't doing this for me. He was, yeah. And this dude like, okay, well, I know what.
Taking notes.
Yeah.
That's right. Taking notes. That's correct. Yep.
Damn it, ladies. We have got to
It's
be.
a jungle. God. It's a jungle.
Gotta be smart about it.
I know you fellas going to be upset with me and talk a lot of trash to me, but I'm just keeping it real.
I mean, this is what it's about. Tangy tea of life, like bring the tea. Whether it's gonna hurt somebody feeling, whether it's gonna, wake somebody up and let them know, hey,
Bring it.
And,
Bring the tea.
And to the guys out there that are dating my daughters,
Mm.
remember, I used to be your age once, so I know what's going on. Look me in my eyes, don't have me come look for you.
Look him.
we
in
know
his
the
eyes.
game.
That's right.
Wow. So this has been a great topic tonight.
Yes.
That's why we so wanted a male to come and sit down with us and have this conversation.
Because we will sit here and talk in circles all day.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
And then it would have been like, oh, they just male
Yeah.
bashing. That's a male bashing show. No, it's not about that. It's about real life. And as you can see when I've been talking, I've said a woman do the same thing. A woman cheat just as well as a man. But I just feel that we're more loyal
we are.
than a man. You do have some really good men. Don't get me wrong. You have some good faithful, godly men. My thing is, and it's good that you brought up the point about your daughters dating. But doesn't that make you all, for all the men out there that have daughters, don't that make you think, okay, if I'm cheating on my wife or I'm cheating on my girlfriend and she's hurt by it, like, how will I feel if my daughters get treated that way? Like, I would be so disappointed if someone was to cheat on my kids. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
even if you don't currently have kids, like just in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, is that something that ever goes through a guy's head?
like, how would my daughter
Would I
feel?
want to deal with seeing my daughter in her room,
Crying.
feeling the way I'm making
Yeah.
my girlfriend, my wife, my whatever at this moment feel?
Oh yes, it goes through our heads all the time. You know, a man that really loves his daughter and really cares about his daughters, it goes through our heads all the time. And me personally, I know I wasn't the best man in the world, so I just pray that the things I've done to women don't, come back on my daughters. And that's just as real as it gets.
Because that's a hurting feeling. Like, most women, me included, have been cheated on, have been hurt. That's not a good feeling
No.
at all, especially if you give your all. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we do have a mouth on us. You know that.
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying? But we have feelings. And when we get hurt, that is an awful thing to go through. Crying, not getting sleep, losing sleep, losing weight, not eating. You know what I'm saying? That is not a good feeling. And I would not want my child to go through
like
that.
No.
So I'm just trying to figure out how a man can't, or a woman, can't look at their child, or like you said, if they don't have children yet, look at your
Because
niece
it's
or your
definitely
nephew.
the same with
and-
women. I mean, the same way a lot of women use men. Use them for their money, use them for whatever it is that they can give to them, knowing that they're not going to do anything that they're promising. How would you feel if your son was getting used?
Right.
So, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
And I hear a lot of men talk about how tough they are. I tell them to have a daughter. That's gonna change all of that. That's gonna change all the toughness you got. Because when tears come to their eyes, I promise you, tears gonna come to yours.
And just remember now, you have daughters. You're not going to want to see your daughter come to you crying about a man cheated on her.
Exactly.
Or a man hit her. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
you got to think about all of that. You got to take all of that in consideration when you out there sleeping with this person and that person.
That's right.
Like, take in consideration how your wife or your girlfriend going to feel when you get back home. And that's another question.
How do you come back home?
How do you come back home after you slept with somebody else? I couldn't even get in the bed. I'd be like this.
I'd be on the couch.
Right. I wouldn't know what to, like, I would feel so bad and so uncomfortable. But you all just, y'all have no shame.
No shame.
Hey,
Y'all can just get in the bed, throw your covers, love you, babe. Like nothing happened.
Smooches.
it goes back to what I talked about before. When we know we got you and we feel like you're on our side no matter what we do. It is easy for us to cheat and come home like it never happened. Because you know you're going to put up with it.
But if it was vice versa.
Oh,
If it was
man.
vice
We
versa,
come back.
yeah.
All the stuff will be in the driveway.
Get out! Take all this and get out!
They're going to get 2 pairs of shoes that you bought.
You know, like, that is so not good. But it's so true.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we will have to continue this conversation another day because we are getting ready to wrap up Tangy Tea of Life. We have spilled some tea today. It was very, very good and so relieved to have a man to sit in with us today. Thank you so much, Noah, for coming.
Thank you, and I appreciate you having me.
Oh, you're
Thank you.
so welcome. You have to come back. This was so much fun. So, ladies, you heard it from a man. We know what to do. We know what to look out for. We smart. Okay? And men,
We know all the secrets now.
right. Don't be trying to tiptoe around. We see you. Okay? Thanks for spilling all the tea, Noah. But guys, thank you so much for watching Tangy Tea of Life. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. And please go to our email. Let us know if you want to become a guest on Tangy Tea of Life. You can go to tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Give us topic suggestions. Or if you have questions for us, leave it right there. tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, you guys, I see you be peeping at the videos, but you don't hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell so that you can be notified when the next video arrives. All right, guys, talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.